Happy Valentine's Day. I'd like you to join me in fixing a blanket here. The whole back was ripped right down the middle, and please follow and kind of see how I put it together. Okay, so I have my strip here that I'm just going to add in because I'm missing about an inch for the gap between where the fabric was and the other fabric is. So I'm missing about that inch, maybe inch and a half. So I'm going to add my strip right in here. And I'm just going to cut away some of the frays that I have. I'm just going to go down and sew the one side together. So like in some of my other videos, I talked about making sure the blanket is as flat as possible, making sure there's no straps or anything underneath. And all the filler is here. There is a spot that I believe was missing some, so I will add that in as we get to that piece. So when I do my, oh no, I'm out of thread. Get my bobbin here. Okay, hold on, bear with me a second. So when I go down, when I sew, I don't do the whole strip because it will pull it to the one side. So I'll go down a little bit and then I'll jump over to the other side, go down, and then kind of back and forth, roughly zigzag when I do that, so that I'm not binding the fabric up when I do that, because then it puckers and then you got a mess. So you see me adjusting the blanket an awful lot, and yes, you have to do that. It's not a clean cut stitch. You have to keep adjusting because the pattern that's right here, you can see it's plaid. So I'm trying to keep the lines as close to where they were at, so you know that when you get to the end of where you're stitching at, it's not going to be like offset just a little bit. So that's why I'm making sure that it is together as much as possible and as much of a straight line, and I try to make it look as best and as good as I can. So we're gonna hop back over. And just make sure it's not puckering in the middle of the blanket where the new fabric is added. And I always check underneath the blanket because I get super paranoid. I'm going to sew right over a strap because half the time the machine, because it's so tough that I don't even know I'm sewing over a strap. So I like to make sure that I'm not making that mistake. So my extra piece started to get a little bit kind of cockeyed underneath it. So now I got to really watch my one side because I'm going to be with less extra fabric really soon here if I don't kind of watch what I'm doing for that. So you see right here, it's still, I'm not gonna have enough, so I'm gonna have my extra piece, wherever that went, ready to put on when I get to the end here. You need a couple extra strappies. Okay, so we should be good here. So the trim was ripped as well, so I'll kind of show the trim when we get down to the trim piece here. Okay, so the trim as well is not connected. So I'm going to reconnect it. I'm going to get the fabric back in the strap, or get a little bit of opening. So I got to take out a few stitches to tuck it back in there. So there we go. Oh, shoot. When it gets thick, the needle will burn through the thread. So hold on a second.